Hi, YouTube.
Good morning, YouTube friends and family. It's your boy GB Reviews. Today I am doing a response video to my last video, or not my last one, but my one about the G-Wagon. I got some comments back. People wanted me to see some other content. As you guys know, I'm an Audi guy, so I had to just pull out the Q7. This is the 2019 Q7. I had to do it. Again, I think the G-Wagon is an awesome wagon, but I think you're gonna like this car. And this is a car for like, everyday people. And so today's video is sponsored by broke parents who actually send kids to school. My son's in school, and I just got my first college bill, and I'm gonna just tell you, I'm gonna stop buying cars like this, and I'm gonna start driving Civics. But that being said, this your boy GB. Let's get at it. We're gonna get in this car. As you can see, this is the new Q7 2019. I had the old version. This is the refresh, so it's been out for 2 years. They refreshed the front, and they refreshed the kind of the overall ground stance. So many of the capabilities are the same, and when you get inside, you'll notice there's certain things that are the same, but some of the styling differences, like the Quattro here, and then when I open it up, you can't really see it here because we're outside, but on the ground it'll say Q7. As I said, here's the Audi rings. It's dark, you can see the Audi rings on the front door, Audi rings on the back door. You can have that to say Audi, you can have that to say Q7, you can have it to say Audi Sport. It's just a nice touch. Audi's trying to step up the game. I think a lot of the luxury car manufacturers trying to step the game up. I like it. Oh, got the Audi on the feet. What's up? I'll say the Audi rings, but you can have it say whatever you want. So we're gonna get in. It's just a normal vehicle. When you get in, you're like, oh wow, it looks very similar. What you will notice is that they have the single climate control or air vent thing, and actually these are all functional vents. And some of the cars that you see, these aren't functional vents, but they're actually functional all the way across, which I like. I think there was a car review that I saw the other day and the vents were not functional, but these are actually all functional vents. So push button start, key in your pocket. We're gonna go through a few things before I start it. They got the super large touchpad. This touchpad is amazing. I don't even understand. It's so nice, so big. It's not the brand new 2-screen interior, but you'll see what I'm talking about. It's not like the new A7s and the A6s have the screen up here and the screen down here. I still actually like this setup. And then you see the climate control buttons. You have your cup holders and things here, but underneath, wireless charging. I like, and then they have the ports, the USB ports here, so you can get Apple CarPlay and Google CarPlay. But anyway, we're gonna start it up, and then you're gonna see what I'm talking about. So immediately, you saw the MMI pops out of this, but then you have the virtual cockpit here. So, and this changes, you can change it. You want big displays or small displays. In the S cars and in the RS cars, the display, when you do like this, it becomes a big center display. But I like it. I'm not gonna go through it in exhaustive detail because I've gone through this in other reviews, but you can see it's set up exactly the same as it was before. And for each menu, there's an option here to go into smaller menu. So if I click this, it'll show the things on the side. If I go back, it'll show me the things on the other side. You'll see little pluses. And a lot of people who don't know Audi cars, they wouldn't know that that's what that means. But basically, these two buttons here allow you to do menus. Same thing is here when you see on the display up here on the MMI, they have buttons on the side, so that way you can click into the side menu. So it's actually very clean. I really like the way they do this car. Now this car has the it has the kind of the skinny mirrors, which I think is the new look. I like that, but it has a lot of cameras built in. this car, again, updated software, updated features from my RS7. So it has a lot of the same. It has the autopilot, the presense, all of those things. They just work a lot better. The lane assist. I was on the highway riding, and the lane assist in my RS7 kind of, it bounces you from lane to lane. It'll keep you in the lanes, but it kind of bounces you back and forth. This one actually measures, similar to the way the Tesla works. The cameras measure the lane, and it keeps you right in the center of the lane, and I like it a lot. So I think it's great. I've showed you this before. I think this is in a new RS5, but you know, really clean. They put the digital buttons here, so the temperature is displayed here, so you have a lot of space for other things. Audi Drive Select is here. And again, if I change to a different setting, this pops up differently. So the buttons are here, but I can always write in this big pad, which I really like the way Audi did that. You know, again, some of the things that I personally like about Audi, which is just their attention to detail. We talked about this in the review of the G-Wagon. The way Germans and Italians do leather is just really nice, and so the leather seats are just really comfortable. And these are heated and cool seats. That's why you have the perforations in there. So these are heated and cool seats. This is kind of the wood grain. Oh, the car color, I didn't mention that, but the car color is samurai silver. Yo, Audi just be killing me with, they're like J. Crew when it comes to making up names. But anyway, samurai silver, I like it. It's cool. Let's flip it around so you can see the panoramic roof. This is what I really love, and I had this in the older model, before the refresh Q7, but I'm glad that they've kept it. So we're opening up the panoramic roof. We're gonna open up the screen first, because it doesn't have, it never truly closes. It just has a screen to protect you from the sunlight if it's too hot. It's kind of like a privacy screen, but really not, because it's perforated, you can see through it. But if you look at that, I mean, it's all the way to the back, so if you're a rear passenger, you get a really good view of the sunroof, and you get a really good view if you're a front passenger. Now, if I open this, it only opens halfway, so only the front half opens, but when I tell you it is a huge view, look at that, and then you can go all the way back. It'll cover it up, so you get a double. So basically it just makes the glass, because it's tinted, so it makes the glass in the back super dark, and then you have an opening to the sky. So I like that, especially on what we used to find with when I had this car, is that on really hot days, the tinting in this doesn't really work as well as you think it does. I mean, it looks good, but you can feel the heat, so you have to just keep this closed, because the heat, for me, because I don't have any hair, the heat on my head was just too intense. So I like it. This is the inside. This is the interior. I mean, I've gotten used to sports seats, but these comfort seats, I mean, for long rides, it's nice. It's bolstered. It has, you know, the adjustable back support. It doesn't have the massage seats like some of the other cars out there, but you know, hey, it's just a $70,000 vehicle. It's not $150,000 or $250,000. But for the price, I find it's a good luxury vehicle. I'm not saying it's inexpensive, but it's a good price point if you can afford it. If you need a good vehicle with a lot of space. We're gonna jump in the back just so you can see. I'm gonna leave my seat set the same way it's set for me right now, 6'4", 240 pounds. And then I'm gonna leave the car on because it's actually hot today. And then we're gonna jump in the back, and then we're gonna do the backpack. All right, let's. Oh, just forgot to mention the Audi button layout is the same. You can program the seats. It's programmable. It's only programmable on one side. Again, what you expect in the kind of the more high-end luxury vehicles is that it's programmable on both sides, so you can set the driver's seat and the passenger seat. You cannot on this one, but it's okay. We're moving to the back. Like about this car, I shouldn't say I don't like it. It's just that I've gotten so used to it, is that it doesn't have soft touch doors. So if I don't close it all the way, it doesn't close. I gotta like slam it shut for it to close, and that's kind of annoying. Anyway, I'm getting in the back. Now, right now the seats are up. I'm gonna adjust it back so I can get in here. We're getting in the car. This is set for me, and I'm in here, and for me, with it all the way back, I'm not uncomfortable, but I'm not necessarily comfortable. We're gonna flip the camera around so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm not uncomfortable, but I'm not comfortable. Only because this is hard plastic. It's not leather. It looks like leather, but it's actually hard plastic, and so that's not very comfortable. I'm gonna move it a little bit just because I'm leaning back. The other thing that you see in some of the other cars is that they have the control so you can move the seats up and back. I think the new BMW has it. The BMW X7 has that. This does not have it back here. They should. What I do love about Audi, though, if you're a passenger, is that they have the screens. Look at that. Even if you don't have passengers, on a hot day, you want to put up all the screens, because even though these windows are tinted, this blocks some more sun coming in, and it actually will keep your car cooler. So I suggest, if you have this car or cars like this, you want to close these blinds and the top blind so that your car is cooler when you get back in. But I love this, and my kids, when they were growing up, they loved having these screens. I don't know why, but they loved having these screens growing up. And the LED lights here are amazing. They have the coat hooks. So instead of hooking in here, which you can hook your stuff in, this is actually a hook for laundry. A lot of cars don't have this, but you put your laundry in here so that you don't. I've seen this and done this. I've destroyed these hooks by just hanging laundry on it when I come from the laundry. So one of the things that you'll find in cars, all cars, not just Audis, I have no idea why they still have ashtrays. In Europe, people smoke, but not as often as people don't smoke. So, but it's good. I mean, you know, I guess what I would have put there is probably some USB ports, but that's just me. Let me show you some other things back here. Seating is comfortable. It seats three comfortably in the back. The seats are adjustable, and you can actually recline the seats, which I like. This is nice. They have a center seat, which actually is nice if you have a small family. These come down. The handrests come down, and they have, you know, cup holders and things like that. So it's kind of cool. What I would like, which I've seen in some of the other cars, is the commander's chair style option. I mean, they set these up like commander chairs because you can see there's a spacing there, but they don't really need this. I think this would be better served as a commander style thing with an empty space in there. Audi's controllable from the bottom, and then of course you have plugs down here, but not USB ports. I think again it would be better served having USB ports and plugs, but hey, Audi, you can't get it all. I think the newer cars, when I say newer cars, this is a new car, but the newer design, which is the Q6, I mean the A6, A7, and the Q8, they do have ports back here. So, and I haven't reviewed the Q8 yet, but I will review the Q8 for you. Seats are nice, soft, comfortable. I've adjusted the seat here a little bit, and for a long ride, it's nice. They have this cargo netting here. It's great for little kids to keep putting stuff in, but eventually you'll just have so much stuff in your car that you're like, man, I gotta take these nuts out because my kids just keep putting stuff in the car. Storage pocket's good. Again, it's nice back here. And then Audi has third row seats. So, you know, that's what the new X7 is coming to compete with, your third row seats. Audi just was killing the game with that. Now, again, it's not really useful seats for people who are over 5 feet, but little kids, things like that. My kids loved it when they were younger. All right, we're gonna go to the third row. We'll show how you get in. So there's a lever on the side. When you do that, that allows you to get in this down, right? So this is down. Now it says push here, and then it allows me to get in. So it's easy. And then here, you see the buttons here? I can fold these seats down. See? And they fold down. Or they fold up, depending on. So I do like that feature better, that they're automatic. Are we gonna get in here? Yes, we're gonna try to get in here. We're gonna see how much space we actually have in here. I'm not gonna put this down because let me just tell you, 6'4", that will just basically ruin my day, because this will not. We'll put it down a little bit. No, look at that. That just, as they say, no bueno. But we're back here. It's not bad. I mean, like I said, if you're a little kid, it's got cup holders. It's got anchors for the car seat. It's not bad. This is, it's nice. They got lights. My head's not touching. See, look, I had a lot of room. My hands to go through. It's not bad. If you're an adult though, my size, you probably get a little claustrophobic back here. But these seats also, the seats here go up a little bit, so you can have more room. But like I said, if you're my size, this is not a good look for you at all. I think there's a lever here. All right, so this lever right here pulls down. It's and it makes this fold down, and they have another one here that makes this fold down. Again, it's not bad, but if you're an adult, you don't want to sit back here. They have cup holders, anchors, and again, more holders for laundry. I don't know. I mean, I guess you could hang a lot of laundry. You'd be doing a lot of laundry. And then, of course, the buttons are on both sides so that you can fold the seats down. So they make it like super easy to use the third row seats or not use the third row seats. I really do like the setup of this new Audi. I think it's done really well. All right, we're gonna go to the front. I was gonna go to the back because I know you guys love that part of it when I jump in the back and just humiliate myself trying to get into small spaces. But we're gonna go to the trunk first. I mean, we're gonna go to the hood first to look at the engine, the bonnet, as my European friends like to call it. And we're gonna go in the bonnet, look at the engine, and then we're gonna skip to the back. This one is the Prestige edition, but it doesn't have the B&O system. It doesn't have the Alcantara headliner, but it is pretty much all the features you can get. I was a little disappointed that they didn't come with the SQ7 to the US. I don't think we're gonna get the SQ7 just because Audi's just trying to go hardcore with the electric, Volkswagen as well. But that being said, let's go look at the bonnet. Getting out is not easy, especially when you got on sandals. I'm coming out looking like Schmeagol, but it wasn't too bad. And then somewhere you hit that lever, you're back in business. This one you have to pull a lever to bring that back up. Anyway, you're back in business. We're gonna go look under the hood now. I popped it. It's a simple lever on the inside, and then we're gonna try to get this open. Just like with all of the Audis, this engine is completely covered. I think we'll get this off. Maybe not. Well, I think this one might be bolted on as well. Yeah, it's kind of bolted on. I'm not gonna, but anyway, this is a standard V6 engine. It has the auto off, on, stop. Again, the Germans do a really good job putting it in there. The 3.0 liter engine. Not much to show you because of this, but they make it clean, I have to say. Look at that. Audi rings. Closed? No, it's closed. All right, we're gonna go to the boot. All right, Audi is like before. Under here, you just hit this, automatic up. And this one has a lot of stuff. All the mats and everything are in here because this car is new. I'm gonna put the seats down. Again, remember how we put the seats down. Now, the one thing I don't like about this is that to put the seats on both sides down. Oh, never mind. I screwed up. You can put them down here. I forgot about that part. So they actually make it quite functional. As you can see, you get more and more space with the Audis. I'm gonna throw that stuff up front. This is a toolkit. And you can see the cargo space in the Audi is just amazing. And again, I'm standing up. Look at that. The clearance on this is great. Audi does a wonderful job of really making their storage space functional. So look. Normally when I get in the back of cars, you're like, oh man, is he gonna make it? This car, look. I mean, I am good back here. And you know, I shouldn't say this, but when my son one of my sons was little, he used to just like sleep back here. He'd have his pillow and everything. And he's not a small dude. He loved it. And I love it. But it's a lot of space. I like the car. I think, you know, you guys know a lot about this car, but I had to do this video only because I'm an Audi fan. And again, you know, I got to make that money for the broke parents that are sending their kids to school. I hope my son becomes the next Tony Stark, or the first real Tony Stark, so that I can, you know, get out of poverty. Anyway, this is your boy GB Reviews. Please subscribe, like below. Let me know what you like about this car. Again, this is the 2019 Audi Q7. I like it. It's an awesome car. Would I get it? Probably not. Only because I'm not going to buy any more electric cars. I mean, I'm not going to buy any more gasoline cars. The next car I get will be an electric car. And so I will see what I'm doing with that. All right. This is your boy GB Reviews. I will catch you later. Take it easy. One last thing, when you back up, the backup camera is amazing now. It shows you the top view. They're trying to get at that BMW market, so I love it. I love it. I love it. Anyway, buy one, drive one, love one. We out.
Subscribe right below.